Good morning and welcome to Mile Monsters Inc. Today is Wednesday, November 2nd, the first Wednesday of the month. And we're going to try something new here and try to put out a YouTube video on Wednesdays of every week. And we're going to let you know what's going on with Mile Monsters Inc., any big cool events we got coming up. But for the first couple weeks and maybe a few during the wintertime, we're going to review some products. So today I want to kick that off with reviewing one of my favorite products, one of the products that has allowed me to do what I do, and it really has made it, from riding motorcycle all day to enjoying the riding all day. And that product, as you might have guessed, is Wild Ass. Wild Ass is a family-owned business out of Brainerd, Minnesota. He's owned by Craig Johnson. Craig is a really good friend of mine, and they are really big supporters of Mile Monsters. So it's awesome for me to use their product. And being based in Minnesota, as many of you know, I'm originally from Minnesota. So people often think that, I knew the people back there. I knew of the company back then when I lived there. Then that's how we knew each other. But that's not the case. I became familiar with Wild Ass in 2018 when I was competing in the Hoka Hay and Paco kicked my butt. And after the event was over, Paco was walking around, he was fine, and I could barely sit down. My ass was so sore and I was chafed, I could hardly take it. So, I did not know Paco at the time, but I pulled him aside and I said, how can you ride like that? I knew how I rode, so he had to ride much harder to beat me. And I thought, how can you ride like that, spend that much time in the saddle, and then just be fine? And he said, Wild Ass. I had no idea what he was talking about. So it was there, he brought me over, showed me the Wild Ass topper, and I knew everything I had to know right then. I got a hold of Wild Ass, bought a seat, had a friend pick one up at an event they were at, met him, put it on my bike, and away I went. I've been using it ever since. We actually became really good friends after the 2020 Hoka Hay when I lost my topper on the ride. So I still don't know how that happened. If somebody took it, if I lost it, I don't even know. My brain was gone. But they had heard I lost it, and they reached out to me and met me on the road after the Hoka Hay when I was actually going to Minnesota on vacation. And they met me on the road, and we talked on the side of the road, and I've been using their seat toppers and been friends with them ever since, and it's been a great relationship. And so today, I just want to talk a little bit about that topper and why I started using it and why I'm such a fan of the product. This is my topper that I took off of Pearl. This is what I use all the time. This is the Smart Classic. It fits my seat very well, fits my butt very well. But I want to show you what it's made out of and what the advantages are to using something so advanced like this. This is what the actual bladder looks like. A neoprene rubber filled with air. Right there, you would think that that's flat. That is not flat. That is filled exactly how I like it. What I use is 3 bladders of air. You see each one of these is a bladder? I have 3 of them filled, and those 3 spread out over everything and gives me the exact ride that I'm looking for. Everybody has a different build. Everybody has a different physique. Some people have a big butt, little butt, thin, bony, fat, whatever your case is. These work awesome for everybody because no matter what style butt you have, everybody has a pressure point. When you sit on your seat, something irritates you. If it's on the sides, the middle, the back, whatever it is, your butt gets sore. When you sit on here, if you have 4 bladders full, which I tell my friends, so you buy one, put 4 bladders of air in it. That's it. And then, if you're sitting on it, you just loosen this valve up a little bit, and you'll sink right in, and you'll find your sweet spot. And it might be 4, might be 3, might be a little less, but it's going to be around that ballpark. Your seat's going to look something like this when you take it out. And it's amazing because your brain tells you this is flat, I need more air. In this case, more or less is more. More is not always what you want. And your brain tells you, I need more air. To get a comfortable ride, I need more air. Trust me when I tell you have to override your brain telling you, I need more air. You do not need more air. Everybody that tells me they don't like their Wild Ass when they first use it, I ask them how much air, how many bladders are full. Sometimes half, more than half. They fill them all the way up. If you fill this all the way up and sit on it, you're gonna float around and it's not gonna be comfortable at all. It's gonna irritate you how you're like on like ball bearings. So do not do that, override your brain. Less is more. And one of the other big secrets you have to know and have to understand if you want Wild S to perform to its best is make sure you get one that fits your seat. Don't just go on and pick out the Smart Classic because that's what I use or that's what somebody else uses. You may have a different seat. And you see this seat? My seat, my Wild S fits perfect. It was like it was designed for it. This is a Harley Tallboy seat. The seat I use on every bike when I'm competing. I have one on my new bike, Miami, and I have one on Pearl. This is what I use, a Harley Tallboy. That's the first step in being comfortable on your seat, is getting a seat that fits you and your bike. I'm 6'1", I weigh roughly 210 pounds. The Harley Tallboy is perfect seat for me. Everybody has their own jam. So get a seat that fits you, fits your body, and then put the Wild S on top of that. That's how you're gonna last in the seat. If you put the Wild S on top of a crappy seat that's not made for you, not designed for you, don't think that this is gonna just magically pull everything together. That's not how it works. This is take away pressure points, not work magic and make your legs longer or shorter. That's not what it's for, and you're gonna be disappointed. Get the right seat. A lot of people use stock seats. Hopper puts a gazillion miles on. He has a stock seat. So a lot of people with stock seats are fine. Get the Wild S, if it's on top of it, no problem. They come with a great strap, goes right underneath the seat right here. If you want to take the topper off, you just open it up, undo the Velcro strap, the whole topper comes off. You want to take it in the house, wash the cover, put it in the hotel, dry it, whatever the case is. Mine stays on the bike all the time. It makes no difference to me. This is my wife's topper right here. As again, you see how it fits that seat so nice. That is the secret, because if this were to overhang the seat like that, if it overhangs, when you sit, all of the air is gonna go there and you're gonna be sitting flat on your seat and you're gonna have all your pressure points again. So that's what you wanna do, is make sure it fits perfect so the air is in a spot and all the pressure points are gone. This is my wife's bladder here. I just took this right off the bike. Again, what appears flat, it's not. This has, I'm gonna show you real quick and get all the air into one side. You see where I'm going here? She has roughly 4 bladders full. There's 1, 3 more, roughly 4 bladders full. That's how she sat on it. And when she sits on it, she swears by this. We picked this up in Sturgis this year when she went out there with me, and she said it was night and day. And she sits on top of a pretty comfortable seat to begin with. So if you're riding a stock seat or one of these custom seats where the back passenger seats are not designed for the long haul, then you gotta get with Wild S. Go on their website and you get with them, and they'll hook you up. Know the size of your seat, look at the dimensions, and make sure all that works. And to everybody serious about riding, you're serious about doing 1,000 miles a day or more, if you can do 10,000 miles in 10 days, 7 and 7, whatever your case is, make sure you go with a top quality product. They have some competitors out there, and I used it when I lost mine and I got in a jam. I tell you, they're night and day what they do. The air jams up in competitors right here, right underneath the family jewels, and it is not comfortable. It is not any fun, and it's annoying, and you feel everything on the road. If it's just a cheap plastic, you're gonna feel all the vibration and everything. If you're doing long hauls, you have to go with a nice neoprene like this, something that takes away that road vibration, the bike vibration, makes everything so much more bearable. It turns a long all-day ride into a fun ride. When you're squirming in your seats, everybody I know does the same thing. They set out and they're gonna do a long day. They go 200 miles, they get gas, no problem. Next time, butt's a little sore, they're doing 180, get gas. Next time, 150. Pretty soon they're down to 100 miles a time and they're finding excuses to pull over because they're squirming in their seat. They can't get comfortable because they have a million pressure points. That's what this takes care of. When I got this, I was annoyed that my gas tank was a 5-gallon and a 6-gallon tank because I didn't want to stop for gas. Totally night and day. I used to stop at 130 to 150 religiously because I needed to get off because my butt hurt. So this makes an incredible difference. That's my only advice I would tell you, is make sure you understand your fuel gauge, because I ran out of gas twice when I started using these because I was just comfortable and lost track of time. So that's my advice to you today, is invest in a Wild Ass. You have a $30,000 motorcycle, don't cheap out on the one thing that can make you enjoy your ride all day, because let me tell you, there is a difference between riding all day and enjoying an all-day ride. So get this for you, get this for your wife. Christmas is right around the corner. Spend the money. There's certain things you have to have if you're gonna do any kind of long distance riding, and this is it. And if you have a crappy seat and you're a passenger, just a one-day ride, this is the difference, night and day. So that's my review. I give this product a 10 out of 10 every day, all day. They're a great company with a great product, and that's all I can ask for in anything I use. I want a great product, number one, and if I can get a great company, that's awesome. And if they come and support Mile Monsters, man, that is the trifecta. So with that, I end, and I wish you the best and good luck in your shopping. If you have any questions, you hit me up in the comments. Give this YouTube channel a like, subscribe, do all that. I'm kind of new to it, so we're going to figure it out as we go. But like everything, it's a learning curve, so I'm doing the best I can. Peace.